Please be seated. Members of the University Senate, distinguished guests, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to welcome you to our second winter graduation ceremony, and it's a particular pleasure to welcome Mr. Brian Roche, who will deliver the graduation address, and his guests, Mr. Robert Gillam, who will deliver the valedictory address, and his guests, Dr. Julie Cruz, Member of Convocation Council, members of Senate, and our previous Chancellor's Medal recipient, Annette Girk, who played. We're proud to begin tonight's ceremony with the Welcome to Country, performed by Mr. Barry Maguire, representative of the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation.
Afternoon, everybody. May I start by acknowledging Pro-Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, to our graduates, and ladies and gentlemen. It's an honour to stand here for the second graduation, and to be able to share in you with the Welcome to Country. You see, Welcomes to Countries was about how do we make that space safe for us to exist together. Why should we make that space safe for us to be? Because tomorrow is what we should share. You see, Welcomes was about to see how and what you would bring, no matter how far you've travelled in, or where you've come from, what language group you come from, how you look. Why should we share that space? To give you a sense of place, to give you an understanding of what was there before we stood as human beings, what was created, and why we sing our songs, why we pay homage to those hills, the river, the waterholes, the environment, and how do we fit within that environment as human beings. You see, Welcomes to Countries was always practiced here, between us as Aboriginal nations. And what a great thing to see inside of here, UWA, the graduation, for you from our community, making it to an elite level of education. But if you look up at the ceiling, please, you see the markings of my people. You see the markings that are a part of this building, above us. And yet we sing about and we speak about the energies that live in the land below us, the foundation in who we are. See, for thousands of years, my people wrote many books. And through the generations and generations that stood here, we are those books. We see here in UWA that you have created many books. So congratulations to the graduates. Congratulations to the university in creating a smile for us as we see you walk forward in this world. So, it's beautiful to see many nations sitting here on the Whadjuk lands. May my grandmothers and my grandfathers who've walked before me and who still walk with me hold your light too. Later on, as you travel into the many worlds, many parts of the world, may that energy continuously travel with you like it has done for me. Wanjo no kwat kloja niche wajo boja akakawa na jara no kabara ngajarangan bara yaka na jara niche dala jara batukko na jara no katwang pa. Thank you for having me to share in the energies of old, and I am honored to stand here to allow the old language fall upon your ear so that you can see that it's still living, still here for us to share. Congratulations, graduates. God bless in the life that you create. And remember, don't forget about the books that have been a part of your life, but also write the books to create your life. May I share in this old song, and may it keep you the way it's kept us. From us as the Wajok to the many nations of Australia. May this make us strong as one. Wanare gamalana, boyongora waningo, wanare gamalana, boyongora waningo, wanare gamalana, boyongora waningo, wanare gamalana. Boyongora waningo. Kakawa na jara no nakadara ngajara bara ngajara ngandara niche. Pro Vice Chancellor, UWA. Thank you for having me here to share in something of old. May it live with our steps of our future, the new. Thank you. Welcome. God bless. Stay strong.
Thank you, Barry Maguire, for that wonderful welcome. So in keeping with ceremonies that have been held on this site through the ages, as we've had explained to us, this afternoon's ceremony is a formal occasion which brings together parents, relatives, friends, teachers and other members of the university to recognise the achievements of graduates, both undergraduate and postgraduate, and to reflect on their success. It's also an occasion for acknowledging the foresight, the generosity and the wisdom of the university's founders and benefactors who established a university in this state, in the words of the UWA Act of 1911, to advance the prosperity and welfare of the people. As this generation of our graduates goes out into the world, we hope that the knowledge they've acquired during their time at this university will equip them to fulfil this charter set over a century ago, and so contribute to the well-being of the society in which we all live and work. Now, I know you will enjoy this important occasion in the lives of those who are graduating from the University of Western Australia, which I'm proud to say is recognised as one of the top 1% of universities in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to invite Acting Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Education, Professor Grady Venville, representing the Vice-Chancellor, to give a brief opening address to this afternoon's graduands and their guests.
Pro-Chancellor, graduands, parents, partners and friends of the university, congratulations. It is my privilege to stand here and congratulate each and every one of our graduates. Today is a celebration and recognition of one of the most important journeys you will ever take, and I hope you feel very proud of completing your course here at UWA. You are graduating at an exciting time with business school students and staff enjoying outstanding success, as well as researchers attracting grants of more than $3.6 million last year. Our graduates have been making a difference at a local, national and international level for more than 100 years. A lot has changed over this time, and our graduates are now emerging into a rapidly changing world which touches every industry worldwide. You should feel confident that you are well prepared to take your place in a highly competitive working environment. Each of you has overcome many challenges in your path, and these have shaped who you are today. You have mastered subject matter, concepts and techniques, and acquired skills that equip you for lifelong learning. But just as importantly, you have developed the capacity to embrace change, provide innovative solutions, and to question and be open to new ideas and possibilities. This is an exciting time for you, a time to raise to the challenge of what comes next. At the heart of UWA is our purpose: to provide world-class education, research and community engagement to advance the prosperity and welfare of the people. It is a role we undertake with pride, and I know you share the university's passion to make a difference. I'm delighted that you chose to spend these very important years with us, and we are sad to see you leave. But this is not farewell, because you'll always be part of the UWA community. You will always be welcome here, and we will do our best to support you through your career. In turn, I hope you will stay connected to your alma mater and become an active alumni member through convocation. Graduates, your hard work and dedication have led to this moment, and wherever your journey leads from here, you should be very proud of your achievements. We are all here, your family, friends, and your teachers, at this very special graduation ceremony to celebrate your success. This is your day. Enjoy it. Congratulations to you all. It is now my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Brian Roche. Brian is the Public Trustee of Western Australia, an independent statutory officer operating under the authority of the Parliament to provide trustee, legal, investment, financial and asset management services to the community. In a bid to boost philanthropic giving in Western Australia, Brian, as Public Trustee, established Give to Good Community Foundation in 2014. Please join with me in welcoming Brian Roche.
Good afternoon, Pro-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I agree with Mark Twain when he said there are two kinds of speakers, those who are nervous and those who are liars. Believe me, the primal fear of public speaking is real. I can't remember who spoke at my graduation. I imagine most of you won't remember mine. You were rightly excited and focused on many other things. I take comfort that your mum and dad and other loved ones will have listened, like I did at my son's graduation last year. They will be rightly excited and in disbelief, thinking it only seemed like yesterday that you started school. They are incredibly proud of you. None of you did it on your own. They've ridden the bumps with you through every assignment, every exam, every year. They've shared your joy, and I'm sure they felt your pain when you stumbled. Nothing, I think, has defined your generation more than the internet. The emergence of the 24/7 online world has had a profound impact on you. Some have described you as the me generation, entitled, lazy, self-absorbed, spending way too much time and money on smashed avocados and espresso martinis. Ignore those labels. This has not been my experience. I have 3 children who are millennials, and I've had the opportunity and pleasure to work with many young people. The world is in great hands. Times change. Not all of you will share the aspirations of previous generations. You've perhaps seen your parents work long hours and come home late, and perhaps you may demand a work-life balance that they didn't get to enjoy. Many of you will use your money to experience things and do things, perhaps rather than own things. When I attended this wonderful campus, my focus was on friends, sport, and plenty of time at Steve's hotel. You seem more in tune with what's going on in the world. You embrace diversity, are open to other cultures, and challenge prevailing conventions. Quite rightly, you can't understand all the fuss around same-sex marriage. In about 10 years' time, I think you will comprise about 3/4 of the workforce. Employers will need to put in place strategies to attract, retain, and engage with you because you are more connected to the world through smart technology than any other generation before you. You are by far the most educated, the most nomadic. Workplaces and traditional management structures will need to change and change fast. They'll need to be more agile because you're going to crave more meaningful work. You're going to want to work from different places, and I think you will frequently change jobs looking for newer and more exciting opportunities. Perhaps it's because you've grown up inspired by a 23-year-old in a hoodie who created a social media platform that recently I read tipped over 2 billion users. Closer to home, I can think of another alumnus, Melanie Perkins, who, while studying here on campus, came up with an idea for an online tool to create yearbooks. Her online graphic design business, Canva, is now a thriving, successful business. Perhaps the takeout is if you can't find a job that inspires you, think about creating your own. You will need to accept failure and rejection at times. Don't be too cautious. Be ambitious. When pitching her idea, Melanie endured rejection after rejection. You will fail, at times spectacularly. I certainly have failed many times. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you keep moving. Overnight success, in my view, is rare. Aim for incremental success. Thomas Edison, the great inventor, once said, "Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close to success they were when they gave up." I love tennis. I play pretty badly. One of my favorite players is Stan Wawrinka. He has a one-handed backhand to die for. Stan, despite his incredible talent, was destined to play at the same time of two of the greatest players of all time, Federer and Nadal. He knows that most times he won't win the big tournaments, but he never ever gives up. If you look closely when Stan plays tennis, he has a tattoo on his left forearm. It's a quote by Samuel Beckett. "Ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again. Fail again. Fail better." Stan has gone on now to win 3 Grand Slam tournaments. It might not be as many as Federer and Nadal, but he's done very well. Perhaps Kyrgios and Tomic could learn a lot from Stan. Many successful people don't end up doing what they thought they would when they graduated. No way could I have realised when I graduated from this university that I would one day become the Public Trustee of Western Australia or get to work with wonderful organisations such as the Brightwater Care Group or Alzheimer's Australia. I'm very fortunate. I get to assist and work with many vulnerable people in our community, people like someone you may know, people who perhaps have lost capacity through mental illness, substance abuse, or the scourge of dementia. Sadly, I think I'm going to continue to be very busy, as I'm not convinced we're prepared for the specialist care and facilities that are going to be needed into the future. When I'm not thinking of these more serious, weighty matters, I love to escape into one of my favourite television shows. I'm not sure, maybe some of you have heard of it. It's called Game of Thrones. It depicts a civil war between the various noble houses of Westeros, families vying for the Iron Throne. It's certainly not for the faint-hearted. It's a heady mix of betrayal, death, infighting, Machiavellian scheming, and political intrigue. It's really not unlike your typical day at the office. I'd like to finish by leaving you with some observations I've made by watching Game of Thrones that may relate to your life outside of university. Early on in the story in Game of Thrones, Lord Ned Stark comes upon a deserter from the Night's Watch. Ned knows the man must die, but he takes no joy in it. Ned says to his young son Bran, "The man who passes the sentence should swing the sword." Observation 1. If you want to be a leader who will inspire others, don't shy away from making the tough calls. Robb Stark in the story is the oldest son of Lord Ned Stark. His fate is one of the most shocking in the story. No spoilers here. Let's just say Robb is made to regret his decision to break his promise to marry one of Lord Frey's daughters. Observation 2. Always stay true to your word or people will lose all trust in you. In Westeros, the men in the story rule and seem to hold power, yet the women in the story refuse to be shackled by expectations. Some scheme behind closed doors, others strap on armour, wield swords and take their enemies on in the battlefield. Observation 3. Never underestimate a woman, especially if she owns dragons. Hodor is a gentle giant in the story. He was one of Winterfell's most loyal servants. Hodor saves Bran and Meera from capture. He certainly wasn't a warrior, but he knew what he had to do. Observation 4. Be prepared to make sacrifices, especially if your loved ones are being chased by hordes of the undead. A young Jon Snow asks Tyrion Lannister, "Why do you read so much?" Tyrion is the youngest child of Lord Tywin Lannister, brother of Cersei and Jaime. Tyrion answers, "I have my mind, and a mind needs books as a sword needs a whetstone if it is to keep its edge." Observation 5. Learning doesn't stop the day you graduate. Always keep your mind sharp. I know if you follow President Trump on Twitter, it seems the world is going stark raving mad. Don't waste your time listening to that white noise. The world outside these walls awaits you. Fulfill your potential. Treat people well, be kind, be compassionate, especially to those most vulnerable in our community. You may not change the world, but through your actions and deeds, you have the power to have a profound impact on the lives of others. Thank you for listening.
I think you will agree that Brian Roach's address is a fitting introduction to the primary purpose of this ceremony, which is to confer upon the graduates awards of the university in recognition of their academic achievements. My name is Professor Peter Robertson, Dean and Head of the Business School. It's my pleasure this afternoon to present the graduates to the Pro-Chancellor for conferral of the degree of Bachelor of this university. Pro-Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with a degree-specific major in Work and Employment Relations, Aida Aisala Mohammed Imran Chu. Emma Lauren Dodgson. Thomas Terence Anton Fife. Taylor Lee Graydon. For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a degree-specific major in Accounting, Anja Aruso. Denis Belanov. Ian Alexander Manson Brebner. Yilin Chen. Lai Man Chen. Lok Wing Cheng. Xia Ying Chia. Po Sang Choi. Oliver Daniel Cook. Zhenzing Sui. Bianca Cirilla. Brian Matthew de Cruz. Thomas Edmund Driscoll. Robert Leslie Gillum. Shen Hin Go. Rhiannon Lee Healy. Alexis Anthony Robert Hemsley. James Michael Hollingsworth. Hong Kai Tien. Yue Huang. Xiong Ki He. Brandon Jantz van Vuren. Sui Jiang. Sophie Louise Jollob. Kerching Ju. Alex John Kelly. Patricia Xu Xian Kao. Avron Wayland Lau. Joanne Jia Lin Law. Sui Yin Lee. Shan Lee. Yunzin Dawn Liu. Jia Wen Lim. Lin Yanxing. Fei Fei Liu. Xua Liu. Justin Kin Wai Ma. Nicholas Muljadi, Lydia Ng Hue Min, Nico, Nicholas Elliot Nielsen, Megat Mohammed Adam bin Omar, Charmaine Soon Ming Ong, Shweta Arunbai Patel, Ekaterina Polikataya, Zhizhan Chin, Kevin Nicholas Rackham, Naomi Catherine Reed, Daniel Ronald Rockham, Jason Ruan, Rebecca Elise Rudram, Sorjin Yu, Devin Ashanta Senaratna, Dan Shao, Robin Lee Stewart, Boon Lee Tan, Geraldine Glennis Tanu, Sean Yuxing Tay, Tiffany Ting Wei Ying, Yi Ting To, Zhou Tol Zin Wei, Jennifer Mai Tran, Morgan Lee Watervoot, Sally Mitchell Ware, Stephen Wong Guan Yu, Hei Cheng Wong, Lock Yi Betty Wong, On Ching Wong, Zi Yong Wong, Rebecca Amy Wong Yin Song. Xiaoyu Wu. Philippa Carolyn Yates. Christopher Shirong Yen. Jielu Zhang. Ruojin Zhang. Yilu Zheng. Also graduating with a Bachelor of Commerce in Economics from Shandong University. Chu Zhao. For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a degree-specific major in Economics, Muhammad Al-Hafiz bin Abdullah. For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a degree-specific major in Economics double major, Rachel Stephanie Karen Hollick. Brandon Michael Estisen. For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a degree-specific major in Economics single major, Caitlin Marie Akamidi. Bianca Marianne Arana. Chan Lok Tin. Win Ho Chan. Lachlan Thomas Clappen. Chelsea Audrey Crow. Rebecca Louise Farley. Matt Clayton Friend. Holly Margaret House. Nicholas Michael Hube. Anthony Milan Djokovic. Chi Mai. Melissa Ann McHugh. Brian Philip Perriot. Grace Catherine Rosario. Dasim Sol. Mark Johan Jolema. Mariah Jade Smith. Lucas Eric Thornton. For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a degree-specific major in Finance, Jiwei Matthew Byron Orr. Christopher Michael Burford. N. Chi Yan Chan. Edward Yong Hui Chi. Yichong Chen. Chan Cheng. Also graduating with a Bachelor of Economics from Shandong University, Tianlin Chu. Jeffrey Sui. Thomas Joseph Curry. Greg Cameron Kevin Duck. Marcus Russell Edwards. Thomas Manser Enright. Cynthia Dimitri Ifrosinis. Julian Fong Wei Yong. Also graduating with a Bachelor of Economics from Shandong University, Ru Fu. Jack William Goldie. Elliot Timothy Goldstone. Alexander Francis Guest. Reynaldo Brian Henrik. Hong Chin Jian Damien. Michael Anthony Italiano. Nicholas Cam Wagee. Nicholas William Thomas Callow. Clayton Peter Kilkenny. Robert Vaughan Nolden. Ko Shen Lau. An Van Nok Tran Lee. Raymond Sui Xing Leong. Sik Hei Leong. Eng Hao Basil Low. Shui Ma. Thivya Malaravan. Jessica Rose Metallion. Aaron John Matson. Jackson Wolf McCready Rowe. Aaron Nia Kia Wee. Lee Sang Lin Nguyen. Nigel Kwek Weng Kong. Rishi Ray. Alexander William Reed. Jack Stanley Seaward. Maya Shushmit Shah. Also graduating with a Bachelor of Economics from Shandong University, Wenjun Su. Un Teng Tam. May Yu Michelle Serena To. To Jia Yen. Stephanie Elizabeth Lindsay Tucker. Sonia Vaswani. Viknesh Pathamanathan Vedam. Wai Shi Hugh Valerie. Si Yuan Wan. Matthew Allen Wasley. Also graduating with a Bachelor of Economics from Shandong University, Fan Wu. Peng Fei Wu. Shanshan Wu. Zen Chao. Chanjing Yin. Xiaoyang Zhang. Jeremiah Jia Rong Zhao. And Tong Zhao.
On behalf of this university, I confer the degree of Bachelor upon the graduates presented to me by the Dean and Head of the UWA Business School. Now, in a change to the published program, we're now going to enjoy our short musical interlude. The university is very proud of its School of Music and of the performance standards of its students. I therefore have great pleasure in introducing the UWA Vocal Consort, who will be performing Steal Away in an arrangement by Paul Stanhope.
I
It is my pleasure to present graduates to the Pro-Chancellor for the conferral of the degree of Bachelor of this university. Pro-Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a degree-specific major in Human Resource Management, Natasha Berardini. Eleanor Jane Bilson. Katie Louise Larkins. Jonathan Lee Jia Jun. Melissa Lee. Christopher Francis Lippy. Eleanor Rose Manitis. Connor Ellen Morgan. Alexander Trevor Nunn. Chelsea Long Lee Pack. David Yongchi Kwek. Gabriel Claire Rule. Hayley Erin Smadding. For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a degree-specific major in Management, Samuel Donald Surtees Bruce. Manon Louise Bruno. T. Ann Cao. Jessica Michelle Chapman. Rebecca Tess Crompton. Joseph Connolly Dale. Nathaniel David Cresswell Draper. James David Fletcher. Serena Ann Luong. Boderick Scott Moncrieff. Van Tom Nguyen. Sasha Shiri Rian Ong. Cindy Tran. Bowen Wang. Kuiting Yang. Yoji Kai Sean. Changwei Sang. For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a degree-specific major in Marketing, Lauren Giuseppina Elisa Arasi. Fritz Christopher Arnold. William John Bergman. Chad Yoni Bensky. Kristen Jane Charlton. Yuan Chen. Annie Grace Cormack. Max Philip Crabb. Wilmot Yandel Creasy. Fu Shiwa Kenneth. Zihang Gao. Joshua Ryan Good. Jake Dion Grabner Bond. Jay Ying Gao. Michael Adam Harper. Haiben Lam. Vivian Lee. Lim Kai Shin Denise. Catherine Maria Lynch. Thomas Daniel McNeely. Jonica Lee Murray. Mitchell Philip Hewson Pierce. Lucille Peng Zi Min. Lee Saw Robinson. Marcus Lewin Ronald Sefstrom. Faye Cavania Lily Sanders. Yanshu Shao. Suvmik Sivakumar. Erin Jean Smith. Shireen Susan Stanley. Brendan Patrick Sweeney. Tan Song Lin Adila. Baran Tan Boon Heng. Meng Hui Tan. Wanyan Tan. Sonia Helmina Timberg. Lara Elizabeth Thompson. Brody Eric Sid Townsend. Samantha Kirsten Verini. Zachary Marcus Vinton. Genevieve Catherine Watkins. Robert Darcy Watson. Minyu Wei. Sin Yan Yun. For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with Honours, Samuel Tony Kitchen. Nguyen Thi To Nu Quinn Nguyen. Duk Hua Tran. Katerina Spesiska, sorry. For the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Edward Chow D. Cheng. Claire Michelle Fairhead. Lenisa Prado Mania. Nicholas Michael Moran. Daniel No. Justin William Perslow. Melissa Joy Sinclair. Dylan James Spence. Hanbing Zong. And for the degree of Bachelor of Economics, Michael Frederick Bass.
On behalf of this university, I confer the degree of Bachelor upon the graduands presented to me by the Dean and Head of the UWA Business School. On behalf of this university, I confer in absentia respective awards upon those graduates who are unable to be present at this ceremony and whose names are printed in the program. It's customary to give them a clap too, even though they're not here. I now invite Dr. Julie Cruz, Member of Convocation Council, to welcome this afternoon's new graduates.
Pro-Chancellor, special guests, and most importantly, fellow graduates, you all look fantastic. As a representative of the Warden of the Convocation of the University, I congratulate you on your graduation. As graduates, you join the diverse alumni of this university. Because of UWA's unique structure and supporting legislation, you also automatically join Convocation, the representative body of the graduates, as lifelong members. As members of the Convocation, you now have the right and privilege to share in and contribute to the intellectual and cultural life of the university, and to also stand for election to the Council of Convocation and for 2 places on Senate elected by members of Convocation. As a member of Convocation, you join over 130,000 graduates who have successfully completed their studies at UWA over the past 100 years. The friendships you have developed as a student at UWA are fostered within Convocation to support valued lifelong networks. Convocation's members range from young to older, but all are welcomed, valued and supported. I welcome you as a new member and encourage you to continue the relationship with the university, which began when you chose to study here and continues as a member of the Convocation. Congratulations and the very best wishes.
This afternoon, we are primarily celebrating the achievements of our students, and it's appropriate, therefore, that a student voice should be heard to mark this significant occasion. I'm very pleased to invite Mr. Robert Gillam, who graduated with a degree of Bachelor of Commerce with a degree-specific major in accounting, to give a valedictory address on behalf of all today's graduates.
Pro-Chancellor, Acting Deputy Vice-Chancellor, members of the Senate, distinguished guests, members of staff, graduates, and their guests. It is a truth not acknowledged often enough in the glossy brochures that we give to high school students, that university is very, very difficult. I believe I speak for all graduates here today when I say that UWA has pushed us to our limits of organisation, motivation, and intellectual understanding. Nevertheless, my fellow graduates, we have made it to this great hall. I want to congratulate everyone, but in particular, I want to congratulate the graduates who, like myself, almost didn't make it. Graduates who at one point or another thought that university wasn't for them and contemplated seeking a future elsewhere. When I first arrived at UWA, early in 2012, I had no concept of the long and at times painful journey that I was embarking on. By the end of 2014, after a long period of intermittent illness, I had made little progress on my course, a close friendship from high school had disintegrated, and I was beginning to seriously doubt if I would ever make it to graduation. After a short hospitalization early in 2015, I was fortunate enough to start seeing an excellent doctor and to find a treatment regimen that worked for me. I came back to university, changed my majors, and began to pass units. I was extraordinarily lucky. Lucky to have a stable family and partner, lucky to live in a country with a world-class universal healthcare system, and lucky to be studying at a business school that is very understanding towards those experiencing chronic illness. My story is far from unique, however, save for the fact that it has a happier ending. I've seen firsthand how students who have faced similar challenges to me were forced to leave university. It is from this experience that I say with confidence that no graduate sitting in this hall today got here all by themselves. So, on behalf of the class of 2017, I'd like to extend our deepest thanks to the parents, the siblings, the friends, the best friends, the partners, the spouses, the children, the doctors, the counsellors, and everyone else who has been with us on this journey. Thank you for believing in us when we didn't quite believe in ourselves. We are so grateful, and we will never, ever forget. I would also like to extend our deepest thanks to the faculty of the business school, who at every turn have encouraged us to seek wisdom. And although learning about the labyrinthine details of the international financial reporting standards or the finer point of market microstructures was very enjoyable, there is one lesson that has really stuck with me. Throughout my third-year investment analysis course, Winthrop Professor Raymond de Silva Rosa would frequently return to the idea that in life, over the long run, one's ability to be successful was not determined by whether one from time to time failed, but by one's ability to recover from those failures, to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start again, sometimes from scratch. It is one of the most profound axioms of finance that risk is correlated with return. In other words, almost anything worth doing carries with it an inevitable risk of going awry. And if you roll the dice enough times, odds are at some point you are going to lose. The graduates in the audience today who have failed units, withdrawn due to medical reasons, or just barely scraped through have learnt this the hard way. And in doing so, as my uncle said to me last month, we have gained something far more valuable than a diploma. We have, in some small way, fulfilled that ancient Greek commandment inscribed onto the wall of the arts building, know thyself. We have discovered our capacity to persist in the face of adversity and to try again when life knocks us down. The challenges facing the graduates here today as we embark on the next stage of our lives are very great. An aggressive anti-intellectualism has taken hold of our public discourse. There is growing public skepticism of the internationalism and open borders that have made our university experience so rich and diverse. And perhaps most importantly, our climate is changing at a frightening pace. The commerce disciplines assembled here this afternoon will play a vital role in meeting these challenges, from finding new and innovative ways to finance clean energy, to designing better and fairer government policy, to making the corporate world more accountable and open. For those of us planning to go on to further study, I am sure the love of learning, the attitude of healthy skepticism, and the confidence in our own abilities will hold us in good stead, regardless of the discipline we choose to pursue. For those of us going into the wider world of employment, be it in finance, accounting, marketing, or any of the other vital disciplines represented here today, we take with us great friendships, confidence in working in teams of diverse backgrounds, and a passion for learning new skills that will prove essential in the rapidly changing economy that we are now entering. It is my sincere hope that all the graduates here today have, like myself, been profoundly changed by their time here at UWA, that our horizons have been broadened, that our preconceptions have been challenged, and that we are beginning to grasp how little it is we really know and how much there is still to learn. This evening, take the time to celebrate your achievements with your loved ones, safe in the knowledge that whatever the challenges that lie ahead for us, UWA has prepared us to meet them. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, actually the thought just struck me, you've clapped your own family member and you've clapped everybody else's as well. It's been a wonderful afternoon and it's my privilege to be here, and I'm so proud of all the graduates, all their teachers, all their families. So I'd like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your participation in today's proceedings, because I know that's made the ceremony very memorable for all the graduates. I particularly wish to thank Mr. Brian Roche for giving the graduation address and Mr. Robert Gillam for his valedictory address. It's pretty tough to get up at the end and speak, and you did a really good job. Thank you. But I'm sure you'll agree that both speakers enriched these proceedings greatly. Now, to all our new graduates, I offer my warmest congratulations. The university is very proud of your achievements, and we sincerely hope that your experience here has provided you with a strong basis for satisfaction and success in your future lives and careers. We wish you all the best in whatever you seek to achieve. As UWA graduates, you will be ambassadors of a leading university in the Australian and the international arena, and your future achievements will enhance its reputation. We hope that you'll keep in touch with us over the coming years to let us know what you're doing, and that you will retain a lifelong interest in the activities of your university. So go forward, seek wisdom, and carry with you the very best which this university has been pleased to offer. The ceremony is now concluded, and I invite you to join us on Whitfield Court for light refreshments. Members of the audience are asked to rise and remain standing in their places until the procession, including the new graduates, has left the hall. I thank you.